Hey everyone, it's Christina from Christina's Crafts, and I'm going to show you how to make this chicken wire window frame to hang up in your house. Okay, so I got this picture frame from St. Vinny's for 93 cents, and I'm going to use this to make my project. So I'm going to get this unwrapped and see what it looks like under here. Looks like there's kind of weird thing on here. It's weird protector, but ooh, that's a pretty nice color. I was gonna kind of go for a darker color, but I'm thinking I want more of the flat, so I am going to use this Folk Art Java chalk paint, and I am gonna paint the frame. All right, so let's see what this looks like. It's kind of like a chocolate brown, I would say, but I like the flat better. I don't think I want the shiny. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this whole frame painted. All right, I have my frame painted, and then the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure out my sign. So I stuck my sign in the middle of my project, and I have these painter sticks, and I want these painter sticks to be like a window pane, but I want them to come in probably about there. But I'm gonna be putting flowers behind this, so I don't want it too much in the way. So I'm just gonna take a crafty scissors here and see if I can cut the stick. So I'm gonna need 4 pieces about this size. Okay, I have all 4 of my pieces cut out. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint these that same Java color. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all 4 of these painted. Okay, I have my sticks all painted, and these are actually going to stick up in here, but I'm just going to stick these here for right now to show you my plan. And I am going to put this here, but I want to make enough room underneath it. So I'm actually going to use Jenga blocks, and I am going to glue these to the back of this, and they're gonna sit like that on here, so I have enough room to put flowers in. So I'm gonna paint all the outsides of the Jenga blocks the Java color so that it'll all match. Otherwise, I think it'll just look weird. I'm just going to do one side of all these Jenga blocks. Okay, I have all my Jenga blocks painted the one side. I'm gonna set those aside for right now. And then I have my sign here. This is gonna have to come off. Okay, I got too much paint on this paintbrush, but what I wanna do is I just wanna take a little bit of the brown and I wanna go around the outside of the sign just to give it a little bit of definition. So I just wanna dry brush, but I don't want a lot of paint on my brush. And I'm just going to go on the outer edges of the sign. Let's see if I can get this in here just a little bit better. I'm just kind of taking this and just going around the edges. It's okay if I get it on the house a little too much. But, okay, I think that looks a little bit better. Just a little bit of darkness around the edges. And now I am going to go ahead and get this glued together. So I'm ready to start putting this together, and I'm going to make sure that my blocks are the painted side out, and they are gonna go kind of on the bottom here. I'm hoping they're not gonna be really wobbly, so I'm probably gonna have to hold the hot glue on here for a little bit. I just don't want my stems for my flowers sticking through. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these glued on here. All right, so I have to take my paint back because I totally forgot about these edges here, but that's not a big deal. So I got my paint back out, and I'm just gonna paint these sides here. All right, all my Jenga blocks are on here, and then this is actually gonna go out this way, but my next step is to get these in here. Got my frame. I don't know what size this frame is. gonna say 12, 13, 14. It's about 14 inches. Yeah, it's 14. So we want to go about 7 to be in the middle. So there's 6 and there's 7. So we're gonna want to stick this about in the middle of that. Okay, so we need to go 7. So there's 6 and there's 7. So this is right in the middle here. So we're gonna stick this right about here. The tricky part is going to be to try to get the other side even with this side. So I'm just going to hot glue this in here and I'm going to hold it. Okay. Maybe put a little extra hot glue in there just to make sure it's going to stay. Hot glue strings are my enemy. Alright, so then we're gonna go, I'm just gonna estimate this. Right about there to be in the middle. I mean, that looks pretty good, I think. And I'm gonna hot glue this on here. Okay, so I have those hot glued in there. I'm guessing somewhat straight, I'm hoping. Okay. Then my sign is going to go like this. So if you can see, it sticks up off the bottom so that I can put I'm going to be able to put my flowers inside. You know, actually down a little bit more would be farther, or better, because I have my flowers. Those are going to stick out the top. So you know what? This support, I guess, really isn't, I mean, this isn't doing anything because my flowers are going to go there, but this should really go down a little bit, but I didn't make my stick very long up here. So let's just see. These are gonna stick up. I mean, you know what? If they stick up past the frame, that's fine too. And you're actually not even gonna really see that much of this one right here. So I am gonna go down as far as I can right here, I think, which is probably gonna be right about there. Now I just need to kind of center it in here. Yeah, I'll just use my flowers will totally cover that one up right there. So you won't even see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue this down and hopefully I get it centered when I put it down. It's got to go over a little bit. Okay, I have this all on here. And then the next thing that I want to do is I got this chicken wire and I got it from Mendards and I actually already cut the piece out. And I am going to put this on the back of my sign. So I am actually going to try to staple this and then stretch it out as I go. So I'm going to try to center the piece that I cut out. Well, actually, you know what? This side, the chicken wire, there's no pokey ends on that. So I'm thinking I'm going to start with this side and get this side stapled down. And I just got these from Harbor Freight, and they cut this chicken wire so good. They're Quinn. I got them for $4.99. So... but the staple gun was my husband's. I do not have my own staple gun. He gave me this one to use. And I am going to go ahead and staple my chicken wire to the back here with this staple gun, if I can get it to go. Okay, totally missed the frame on that one. So I'm probably gonna pull that staple out and try again. Okay. So let's try this again. I'm going to try to go on an angle with the staple gun. Okay, that worked a little bit better. I just don't have a lot of room to work with here. So I'm just going to get I'm gonna try to stretch it as I go because I want this to be as tight as possible. But yeah, this stuff is really not that easy to work with. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But like I said, I want it tight, so I'm just gonna start over here and kind of stretching it and stapling it. And then at the end, I'm gonna snip all the ends off. Okay, I'm gonna get the bottom row all done, and then I'm gonna try to stretch this out maybe from the top. We'll see what happens. This stuff, like I said, this is actually really hard to put on here. But I think it's gonna look cool once it's on. I just really want it as tight as possible, but it's actually kind of hard to do just one person. So it might actually just be a little bit wonky the way I'm doing it. So I'm just gonna try to pull this end. It'd be really helpful if I had two extra hands, sorry. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this off camera, and I'm just gonna get this stapled down. Okay, I have it all stapled down. I did have a little bit of issue. I'm not very good at getting the staples in. I just do not have enough hand strength. So I actually kind of wrecked the bottom of my snippers here because I had to pound the staples in, and I actually did cut myself right in the corner here, so you got to be careful. Obviously, if I had rubber gloves, but like I said, my hands are so small, nothing really fits me. So I am just going to try to cut all these sharp corners off, but this thing cuts the metal really, really good. Then another thing would be really nice, and I think I might do it. I might try to find some felt to wrap around this wire and maybe put it down. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to think of something because this is really, really pokey right here. Even after cutting these little ends off, it's super, super pokey. And when you put it up on your wall, you obviously don't want that hanging up on your wall. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get all the ends snipped off here. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking this construction, or not construction paper, cardstock that I have, and I am cutting little strips, and I'm gonna put that on the back of my frame. All right, I have all my paper strips cut, and I am just gonna goop some hot glue on here and just go around covering up all the pokey wires. All right, I have the back all done. Doesn't look too bad with the brown paper. Now my next issue is the holes in this sign. So I actually found these little things that I have from card making, and I am going to paint them and stick them in the holes. So I am just gonna take some of my Java paint that I was using, and I'm just gonna paint the flowers this color. It's probably going to need a couple coats to completely cover, so I'm going to go ahead and get those done and dried. Okay, I have the front of them painted, and then I am just going to stick that. See, they kind of peel apart like this, so I am just going to stick these in the holes, turn it to the side, and then stick them right in there. And it's a simple solution to covering up those holes. All right, and there we go. Then the last thing that I am going to do is I'm going to put my flowers in here. So now I bought these fall flowers from Dollar Tree. Okay, so what I'm doing, I actually cut my bunch of flowers out, and I have this floral tape. And I am just going to try to make this one big piece that I can just change out. So I'm just going to arrange my flowers the way I want it. And then I'm just going to take some of this floral tape and attach them to this bunch. So that way when I want to change my flowers out for the season, I just have one bunch to change. Okay, I'm just about to wrap my last flower on there. I've just been putting it right there, and I'm gonna stick this one right here. Now what I was doing, I was kind of bending them so they're gonna come forward a little bit. And I'm gonna stick this last one right here. And see, I just take the floral tape and just wrap it around the stem. There. I'm just gonna wrap a little bit more floral tape around the bottom so that all my parts and pieces stay together. There we go. No, the picture doesn't look so bad. I totally did not have my side lights plugged in. Well, it's early in the morning. All right, so I'm just getting this wrapped around here. All right, then my bunch is all ready. And then I am going to put it in my frame. And it's just gonna stick in there just like this. Okay, so I have it all done. And the best part about this is you can actually switch out the flowers for the different seasons. I have these, I don't have them bunched together, but you can put whatever flowers you want in there depending on the time of year. So you just hang it on the wall and then you just switch the flowers out. I think that the fall flowers look really good in the brown frame. I don't know, let me know what you think. So it's all done. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that you subscribe and don't forget to hit the little bell so you get notifications when I upload new videos. And take care. Bye.